Hey guys, what's up? See, I'm back with another video. This is going to be, really useful for, nomenclature section because I'll be taking example. First thing you have to do is to expand the, whatever the, naming you have to do, whatever the formula has been given. So the first thing you have to do is to expand, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm making a box here and I'll be doing one by one all these examples. Okay, so I'm starting with the first one here. So before I start, I want to tell you that you don't need to worry about how many hydrogens are there and where the hydrogens are. You need to concentrate on carbon and all other atoms you see. You have to forget about the hydrogen, where the hydrogen is, how many hydrogens are, what should be done with the hydrogen. That's not something you need to worry about, right? So I will ignore all the hydrogen, so so it goes to you, right? So what I'm doing right now, I'm writing this carbon here. So this is the first carbon, and then you have another carbon here, then you have another carbon right there, right? On the second carbon, what you see that there is a chlorine. So I'm placing this chlorine here. But on the first carbon, there are two methyl groups. This is a methyl group. So place the methyl groups like that, right? So this is the expansion of this particular compound. So what you have to do, you need to start first, find the longest chain. You need to find the longest chain first. Longest chain. Second thing you need to do, numbering. You need to do numbering of the carbon. Numbering of carbon. Third, identify the groups. Identify the groups. So this is like I'm taking it from the basic. Identify the groups. And fourth, arrange them alphabetically. Arrange them alphabetically. And the last you can do to write the IUPAC name. Right? Okay, so let's start. The first thing we have to do, longest chain. There is no issue here. This is the longest chain, or you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3. So the longest chain is 4. So I'm taking this chain as the main chain here, right? So this is your butane. This is your butane. This is, of course, chloro. And this is one carbon branch, therefore it will be a methyl. This is going to be a methyl. Now, go to the second one, numbering. Numbering is done. Numbering is done so that the group gets the lowest possible number. So we need to start it from right to left. So this is going to be like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why I started this direction? Why I started this direction? Because chlorine is alphabetically coming first, so this should be given the priority. So from this way, chlorine is coming on third, but from this side it's coming on the second. So now we can write the IUPAC name, right? So it's 2-chloro, 3-methyl, 3-methyl, and finally you have 4 carbon in the chain, going to be butane. Right? So that's it. That's the first one. So the next one is there you have the first carbon here. First carbon. You got the second carbon. You got a chlorine with that. You got a ethyl group with that also. You got another carbon. You got another carbon. Why I place this ethyl group up with there? Because it's in the bracket which suggests that this ethyl group is also a branch just like the chlorine. So I have placed these ethyl as well as the chlorine in the branch of this particular carbon. Okay, so what the first thing is that the longest chain we can see is here. longest chain is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 2 carbon here. So it's going to be 5. So like this is going to be 1, 2, 3 and 5 over there. So this is a chloro and this is again a methyl. So write the name. So this is going to be like 3 chloro, 3 methyl, because they both are on the 3rd carbon, 3 methyl, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentane. 5 carbon alkane is called pentane. Right? I'm doing the next one right over here. Let's take this one. So one is here carbon. You got another carbon here. You got a ethyl group. So place it in a branch. Maybe you can place it up or down here. Then there is another C, and finally you have a bromine. So as you can see, I'm not concentrating on hydrogen, right? So you can also write something like this, C and C, because there are 2 carbon. Forget the hydrogen. So again, there is the longest chain. There is the longest chain here. Right? So numbering is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what we see that on the first one we have bromine. So 1 bromo, 2 methyl, 2 methyl, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4 butane. Right? Let's take this one. So what we have here, we have a carbon, we have another carbon, but there is a double bond. Then there is a carbon, but we have a chlorine also. Then there is this carbon coming up. Then there is another carbon here, and then there is twice, right? So okay, so let me check it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what the situation looks like. So revive this off. So this is what this situation looks like. Longest chain is right here. Why this one has been taken as the longest chain? Because there is a functional group. There is a functional group here. This is the first example I have taken here, having a functional group. So anywhere you see a functional group, that's going to be the priority, the most priority. So I'll be numbering this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and finally 6. So this is a methyl here, this is a methyl here, this is a chloro. So let's write 3 chloro. So this is going to be 3 chloro, because alphabetically coming C is coming first. Then there is 5 dimethyl. 5 dimethyl, right? And then you got nothing left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's called hex. Hex represents to 6 carbon, but you have double bond on the second carbon. So I'm writing hex 2 in. Hex 2 in. So this is the IPSC naming for this particular example. Right now you have something different coming up. Now, before I even take that example, I want to tell you that P represent to para, M represent to meta, and O represent to ortho. What para means, every time you see something like para, meta, or ortho, you need to start it from the benzene. This circular, the part I have circled here already, represent to benzene. So these 3 are basically benzene. So you have to draw first benzene. So let's draw the benzene first. So this is your benzene. A benzene has an alternate double bond, and then since this is para, what para means here, para represent to 1 and 4th position, 1 and 4th position, right? And what that means, this is entirely going to be on the first position, and the other side, all these are going to be on the para position. So this is what the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me write 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the C, there is again C, and there is this one has 2 carbon in the branch. So what name is going to be? Going to be 1 chloro. 1 chloro. These are entirely on the 4. So I'm writing 4. And then this is also a branch in branch. This is the longest chain here again. So this is going to be like 1, 2 and 3. So I'm writing 2 methyl here. 2 methyl. And finally, these 3 carbons are called propyl. propyl. Now close the bracket, and what you have left finally? You have benzene left. That's it. So what important was para. Para represent to first and fourth position of benzene. In the next one, as I said earlier, again start with the benzene. Start with the benzene. Now, but this time it's M, so M represent to meta. M represent to meta. And meta has something to do with 1 and 3, first and third carbon. So this is the 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So what that mean? You have CH2Cl right here, CH2Cl, and you have all these, sorry, I'm doing this one. So C, and you got 3 carbon in the branch. This is it. Forget the name. So this is going to be, will be called chloromethyl. So one chloromethyl, and then 3. Okay, there is something important. You need to concentrate here. This is really something. If you are not having the basic information, this might trouble you. But let me, help you out. So this is again the longest chain here, and this chain has 3 carbon. So this is going to be propyl. This is going to be propyl. And these 2 are going to be methyl. This is methyl here. Of course, this is also going to be a methyl. So I'm writing 3. Okay, then I'm placing a bracket here. 2 dimethyl, 2 dimethyl, because it's on 2 dimethyl, and the 3 carbon is called propyl. Now close the bracket and write benzene. So that's it. Okay, we have one more example. Let's do that. Okay, so again, as I said earlier, this has to be started with benzene. So I'm drawing a benzene right here. Now this is ortho. So what O represent? O represent to ortho, and ortho has things to do with 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So this is your first, and this is your second. So on the first position you have bromine. This could also go right here, but you can start anywhere. So bromine, and the other side you have C. You have a branch here. You have another C in the next, and you have a final C in the end. That's it. So let's write the name. So it's 1 bromo. Okay. Now 1 bromo, 2. 1 methyl, because this is a methyl and this is a propyl. This is propyl. You need to understand this is propyl and this is methyl. So 1 methyl, propyl. Now close the bracket and write benzene. So this is how you can do some of the example. I've tried, to help you out. Though it needs lots of practice, you can take question from anywhere. And if I feel, that's not enough, I'll make another video taking some other basic example, and definitely then it's going to be useful. But right now I am winding this video because it's already getting late and I have to, do some other things also. So before I wind up, I must tell you, thanks for, even coming to this, video. And I hope you have, you've been, helped out here with some sort of, chemistry. And this is really going to be useful for you. But I would say finally, thanks for watching. And in case you like the thing I'm doing, don't forget to give a thumbs up and, subscribing my channel. That's it. Thank you.